Now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Mark Weisenegger, and today Dave Brown, a fellow D3 account manager, and I will present Autodesk's new product design and manufacturing collection. What is in the collection? What the workflows are possible with the collection, and how D3 can help you implement and adopt it. If you have any questions, please type them in at the end. Or type them in, and at the end of the webinar, we'll answer as many as we can, or you can contact us if you think of questions afterwards. You know, it's been more than 3 decades since Autodesk shipped its first license of AutoCAD, marking a significant shift in how product development was carried out. And since 1999, D3 has partnered with Autodesk to implement their solutions. In the time since, the processes and tools behind all of design and manufacturing have massively evolved. And yet, we're always striving to achieve more. After all, this is the manufacturing industry, and we pride ourselves on continuous improvement. There's always room to get better. We ask questions like, how do we become more efficient so we can spend more time on innovation? How can we continue to improve the performance of our products? How can we get more out of the machines that we have? How can we make our factories leaner and optimize flow? Now, I won't pretend that we have the answers to all these challenges. Our aim is simple: to try and unlock as much of the potential of your team as possible, to let their ingenuity surface and do their best work so they can find the answers unique to your business goals and help you achieve more. To accomplish this, we look to do 3 things. Equip everyone involved with all the tools they need to do their job to the best of their ability. To ensure everyone works from the same information and data, and to enable effective collaboration between everyone involved in the process. And it's these 3 things that are the driving principles behind the product design and manufacturing collection. Autodesk has taken the tools trusted by millions of engineers worldwide, like Inventor, AutoCAD, Autodesk Nastran and HSM, and package them together so they can be accessed by everyone on your engineering and manufacturing teams, connecting them with a common application and data model. The product design and manufacturing collection includes Inventor Professional, which is 3D CAD software for product development, Autodesk Nastran In-CAD, which is CAD embedded finite element analysis software, HSM Works, integrated CAM for Inventor and SolidWorks, Fusion 360, which is 3D CAD, CAM, and simulation in a single cloud-based platform on either a PC or a Mac. AutoCAD, trusted DWG technology for 2D and 3D design and still the world standard. AutoCAD Mechanical, which is design software for manufacturing. AutoCAD Electrical, which is AutoCAD plus a complete set of tools for electrical design. Factory Design Utilities, or AutoCAD Architecture, which facilitates collaboration for factory design, along with the Factory Design Utilities, with which we can visualize and optimize factory designs. Navisworks Manage helps us better control outcomes with advanced coordination, 5D analysis, and simulation tools. Recap Pro, we can create 3D models with reality capture. 3ds Max, we have 3D modeling, animation, and rendering software. Vault Basic, collaboration and data management software. This matrix compares which products you have available in the Inventor Professional, the Product Design Suite Perpetual, and the Product Design and Manufacturing Collection. As you can see, the collection added tools for advanced simulation, computer-aided manufacturing, and facility and factory design tools. Tools that are available for product design and engineering, for simulation in CAM. Simulation's really been improved with the collection, and CAM has been added entirely. And factory planning, design data management. So let's go into a little more detail for some of these solutions. Excuse me. The latest Inventor Professional has added additional capabilities for sketching, for part design, sheet metal, model-based definition, and large assembly design. Model-based definition is a powerful new set of tools for adding annotations, GD&T, and other manufacturing information directly to a 3D part. Multi-body sheet metal now supports unique rules and thickness for each body. All documents benefit to some degree performance improvement, but the most noticeable improvements are seen when working with large assemblies and large assembly drawings. We added support for displaying and documenting mesh objects, which is added to drawing views. And the shrink wrap tools have been enhanced for more control, improved user interface, and an improved workflow. BIM content has been enhanced for simplification, authoring, and publish workflows from Inventor to Revit presentation and to Revit. There's been enhancements to presentation, and in Inventor 2018 continues to enhance your core AnyCAD workflows by more robust support of new features you add to non-native Inventor files. Nastran In-CAD is CAD embedded finite element analysis software, and the Nastran solver is very mature. Nastran In-CAD gives you these basic analysis capabilities, which go beyond what you can do with Inventor Professional-based simulation. The linear statics, buckling, normal modes, pre-stress static and normal modes, linear state heat transfer, composites, assembly modeling with contact, and thermal stress. In these advanced analysis capabilities, nonlinear statics and transient heat transfer, nonlinear steady state heat transfer, random response, frequent response, and automatic impact analysis and drop test. This has all been added to the collection. The latest version of Nastran In-CAD brings Autodesk CFD interoperability, response spectrum analysis, automatic mid-plane measure, and frame generator idleization. HSM works. You can go directly from CAD design to CAM programming to CNC milling machine with one integrated workflow. The Inventor HSM and HSM Works provide CAD CAM tools for Inventor and SolidWorks, including all these 2D or 2-axis features. We also have these 3-axis functions. and as well as these 5-axis functions. So the collection, we brought in the advanced analysis and CAM in addition to all the other tools that we've had. With the collection, there's something for everyone. You know, for engineers, they're the professional grade 2D and 3D modeling tools of Inventor and AutoCAD. Analysts have access to proven Autodesk Nastran advanced simulation technology. Machinists have integrated 5-axis CAM with Autodesk HSM Works. And factory planners get an incredible workflow with the factory design utilities in Inventor and AutoCAD, along with Recap Pro for reality capture and Navisworks for design review. You know, having access to all these tools is fantastic, but this is truly an instance where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Dave Brown is going to talk about a couple examples of how sharing information and data across roles using a common data format and common applications can lead to positive interactive effects. So Dave?
Yeah, let me switch over my screen here. And Mark, can you see my screen and hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Well, first of all, thanks, Mark. I do appreciate that getting us into all of that at this point in time. And want to make sure that we can now, you know, move you guys forward, get a little bit more of some of the workflow definition and some of the additional pieces that are combined with this as part of the product design and manufacturing collection. As far as the advanced simulation that Mark talked about as Nastran In-CAD, you know, some of the workflow you might envision is that, first of all, we start off with an engineer designing a part Inventor, then sending it over to the analyst. An analyst then would take this using the Nastran In-CAD directly integrated directly in Inventor. He has now a very efficient workflow. There's no file import. He doesn't have to do translation or have any unmanaged data to perform his work to set up the simulation and generate some results. At that point in time, you know, essentially he, once completed, will then send and share the results back with the engineer, who can interrogate them completely compared to the alternative of only receiving maybe some static screenshots or you know, some information that's provided data from the analyst. This way he's going to have it with the same type of tool. He's going to sort of see the setup that the analyst used to perform this. At this point in time, you know, the engineer then can easily run a follow-up analysis, see once how the results were showing up. He can then make some edits to his design and begin at that point to sort of make use of what the analyst put in. So a great way to imagine the benefits of being able to share the information he receives from the analyst and vice versa. Another workflow that we would then see within the product design and manufacturing collection is our manufacturing with the HSM CAM. Similarly, let's look at an example where an engineer wants feedback on the manufacturing of a design. Essentially, he would again take the workflow as far as the engineer will share this over to the machinist, who can then open the Inventor file, program the parts to be manufactured using the HSM CAM embedded CAM capabilities. And then at this point, you know, the CAM programmer can share this information back to the engineer in the same application it's being designed in, so improvements can be made that result in faster machining time or higher quality parts. Similar to the SIM workflow that we just went through, you know, essentially for instance, like the G code for the CAM file resides with your Inventor file now. Similar to the SIM, where what the analyst, I should say, put in you'll have access to that information. So essentially some nice sharing of information. You know where the latest files are, you know what's up to date, and just a great way to work between the different groups within your company. The next area we'll look at will be the factory planning and optimization using the factory utilities. You know, essentially at this point, someone's going to start doing the layout that they would like to do for the factory using what I sort of term as the new AutoCAD layout. So essentially they're using AutoCAD with factory utilities on top of it to create a 2D layout. The users have access to a supplied set of factory assets to create the design. And so that comes with the software, or users can create their own, essentially have even from competitive CAD. I have some companies who, you know, have a different CAD system for the mechanical, bring in that design. Once they put it into the asset library, then it's available as a commonly reusable library for the entire team working with some of the factory layout pieces of things. Once the initial design is complete, then there's analysis capability built right into it, so you can, you know, ensure that you have the optimal layout efficiencies. You can also check for any clashes or interferences that you may have created with the design. This workflow allows you to collaborate with your team or with a customer, and with your choice of 2D or 3D layouts, with the ability to switch between the 2D or the 3D, depending on your audience. And you can even perform a fly-through of the proposed solution to your team if need be. I think another key point that one of my customers shared with me is that he emphasized how important it was for him to handle the customer what-if scenarios in real time. In other words, the way he was doing it at first was using AutoCAD. Customer would say, well, what if you move this here or put that over there? And then you'd have to say, well, okay, we'll have to meet again. I'll go back and take a look at that and do that design. So it would take him anywhere from hours, sometimes he said on really complicated ones, a day. And then, you know, this really compared to what he could now do in real time on the spot with the customer using the factory design utilities. So just a nice capability to be working with your customers, do the what ifs, you know, and quickly show how those changes would have an effect. The other piece of factory design that I think I would make sure people are aware of is that, you know, don't think of it just as a factory layout. You know, essentially what it is, the factory utilities are doing is, because you define and utilize the floor plane, this allows you to quickly position library assets in the same plane, which can then be tied together in a layout diagram with the 3D capabilities. So just a great way to speed that up. Also with the factory assets, you can add factory connectors to each of your library pieces or assets. And this allows the assembly and the orientation saving a lot of time compared to if you did this with traditional 3D assembly techniques. You know, so just some great capabilities that are built in the factory that, you know, I even have a customer who does some like a store shelving type unit setup for their customers. And just because it knows that orientation and stuff, it can literally link these together very quickly. And, you know, it's all these kind of workflows that are possible with the collection because everyone involved has access to a complete set of tools that make our best Inventor that we've had to date. Designing and engineering, advanced simulation, 2.5 to 5-axis CAM, and factory planning capabilities are all there simply by opening a single shared application. With each role, you know, within the organization, they're going to use certain tools more than the others, but everyone working from then on with it has access to all the information that makes up the complete product definition. So great way to collaborate through your organization. In addition to some of the core capabilities and workflows that we just discussed that are directly in the Inventor interface, you can connect directly with complementary applications for specific tasks as required. You can create electrical schematics inside AutoCAD Electrical and establish an electrical mechanical link with Inventor for routing and harness design. When one side of the design changes, whether it's the electrical or the mechanical portion of the design changes will be made aware of to the other end of the design effort. Using AutoCAD or AutoCAD Mechanical for 2D conceptual design, use that data to generate 3D models in Inventor that will update if the design has changed. And as Mark had mentioned with the Recap Pro, you can process point cloud data capturing this, as-is site of the factory and integrate that into a model in Inventor. And that's really what Recap does, is takes that cloud data and helps you to get it into Inventor or into Navisworks. And then with Navisworks, you can actually perform some large-scale design review, including collision detection for factory layouts. And one thing we'd like to bring up is that, subscribing to the collection has a benefit of future-proofing your product development process, whether it's through a steady stream of updates to the design software you use, like Inventor or AutoCAD, or incorporating new cloud-based technologies like Fusion 360. You get the latest capabilities as soon as they become available via the Autodesk desktop app. And so we've shown you the products, some of the workflow, some of the additional items that are pulled together as part of this collection. But, how do you basically, how are you as a company going to get your team up to the optimal proficiency with these capabilities? I think that really is going to be, partnering with someone like D3 Technologies who can provide the services your team will need for optimal, whether it be the technology selection end of things, the training, the support, or the combined ongoing consulting and mentoring. We can help you to integrate the right mix of engineering and design technologies and making sure that those technologies will meet the kind of business needs and requirements that you have. We also offer a great capability to boost productivity and innovation through our CAD training. One program we have is called Evolve 360. That is basically unlimited training, a year of that, as a subscription type offering where you can continue to renew it each year for your entire group. We have individual courses that are available as listed on our website, and you can pick and choose from individual courses, or we can even customize training sessions that will be available just for your group and specifically applicable to the kind of work that you do. All of our training is live instructor-led. It can be taken either in one of our classrooms or even as a remote login to that training. So just a nice, great way to, even if you can't travel, to get to take advantage of this. As far as some of the different CAD support, we can help you to eliminate some of those downtimes that you have by trying to figure out what's wrong at this point in time with the application or what you're doing, and help you to solve some of those technical challenges that you may bump across during the design effort. Just a quick way to get back and working in a number of areas as shown here. Some of the other things that we would get involved in is some of the consulting, trying to maximize your engineering efficiency, helping to establish some lean engineering ophthalmologies, or methodologies, I should say, and optimizing your workflow. And we can do this through a number of different means, including even some team mentoring. And, when it comes right down to it, it's really about you, our customers, and truthfully how we succeed, and that we succeed only when you succeed. And that's really has been a goal we've maintained and tried to follow through with here at D3 Technologies. There's one additional item I'd like to share with all of our current subscribers. For those of you who currently have perpetual Autodesk products on subscription, you'll have the opportunity to move to the new product design and manufacturing collection at the time of your next renewal, so keep that in mind. Also, for those who have had older licenses of the perpetual licenses that they didn't keep active, we currently have a promotion that will help you to get to some of the capabilities found within the product design and manufacturing. we'd like to suggest that you review these options with your D3 Technologies point of contact. And basically, on behalf of Mark and myself, we would like to thank everybody for attending, spending their time out of their day. And if we can help with anything, please reach out using the contact information provided on screen here. And at this time, I guess we'll open it up for any questions that may have popped up during the presentation.
Say, Dave, this is Mark.
Yeah.
Also, if you already have subscription, non-collection, if you have the product design, the older product design subscription, you will be getting the collection no cost. But if you say you have Inventor Pro or AutoCAD or another product on subscription, you can switch at a low price to the collection for the remainder of your term. So that's an option as well. But like Dave said, you want to talk to your solution executive or account manager for more details. But any questions at this point? Well, Dave, I don't see any questions yet. Let's wait a moment. And we must have done a great job of explaining what the collection is. But, if you do have collection or questions in the future, either get a hold of Dave, myself, or another account manager at D3. Not sure if you know where the question tab, you could just type in that area and we'll be able to answer them. All right, no questions, so we'll give you some of your time back. But Dave, thanks.
Yep, thanks, Mark.
And we'll talk to all of you soon. Bye.